Pretty direct. I think we started the game really well in the first quarter and got a 5-goal advantage, and I think our second quarter was a little bit of a rocky road. We lost our first centre pass, and I think we just couldn't break the habits of repeated errors in a row, and I think at one stage we had maybe 2 or 3 in a row and we weren't shifting that behaviour, and I thought we were doing some really great stuff defensively to keep giving ourselves opportunity, and we just weren't connecting it down the other end of the court. But the message at halftime was pretty simple: connect our ends and we're good to go. So some honest feedback with the group, but a very accountable playing group that knew that's what they needed to shift, and we got a great response in the second half.
Yeah, Jess, the team looked a bit nervous in the first half. There were some uncharacteristic errors, some fumbling, ball handling skills. Was the magnitude of the game and how the result didn't necessarily mean it was taken care of playing to that?
I think there was a bit of pressure on the game, but we did speak about it beforehand that we just wanted to win this game and not worry too much about the score. And I think, the message was very clear at halftime, and we knew that we had the opportunities in that second quarter to really put our foot down, and so we were disappointed with that, and I think we came out in the third and really, took advantage of it.
And in terms of Janelle fouling Emma, she continues to shock and/or she's in career best form and really seems to be loving and enjoying her netball. How does that also then trickle down into the rest of the team in terms of someone at a superior level continuing to raise the standards?
Yeah, I think she gave everyone around her a lot of confidence today, particularly in the second half. I thought her first quarter was good. She was a little bit soft on a couple of takes there in the second, which is uncharacteristic for her, and she was the first to kick herself to get back into gear and really lift her own standards. And I think for the majority of the game today, she had to occupy 2 defenders and a lot of contesting in the air that she really had to brace herself for and rip the ball in. And I think she was outstanding for us in just being a pillar of strength for us, and we serviced her pretty well today.
And on that, just one more from me. There was a point, I think, during the halftime break where you asked the captains to go speak to the umpires around that physicality of the game. How does that weigh on Junior Fowler or anybody on the court?
Yeah, I think it's just getting a bit of clarity as to where is the line with persistent penalties, and I think we're getting every passenger play there was contact after contact and very similar. So, it was disjointing our flow a little bit, and some of it was very continuous without shifting any behaviour from the opposition. And we knew we had to tidy up our end as well to make sure we stayed in play. So it was just asking the question as to what we could possibly do to free ourselves up a little bit and get more flow into our game.
Yeah, obviously you don't know who you're playing next week yet, but that sort of performance, particularly in that second half, how much does that influence how you go to the finals next week, regardless of what the final is?
Yeah, I think we look at today's performance and know that we've done everything we can within our control to give ourselves the best possible chance of whatever finish we end up in, first, second or third now, so to speak. But the biggest thing that we take into it is that we have great momentum and form going in. We've seen all 10 players across the course of the last few weeks and the entire season, and I think momentum is a really important thing going into finals, because to win a premiership you've got to win games in succession. So we're in a good spot at the moment. We know where our game's at. We know we've got to keep growing. And I think that's probably the most important part. And wherever we finish, and we'll just attack the finals campaign with great confidence.
Alice been moved into goal attack.
Yeah, I think it's something that is a part of all the options we have in our lineup, and also making sure that we've got some backup wing attack options under pressure that we haven't had a huge amount of opportunity to look at across the course of the season. So I thought that worked really nicely for us today, and we know all the other combinations that we can work and use at any point in time. So really happy with the depth of the squad.
How much does that did you weigh up in the end there, putting them on, because finals around the corner, you may need them, you're not sure what's going to happen, no much court run last week.
I think they've touched the court in every single game we've had, the majority. So I think when you look at developing young players and ensuring that everyone's had a taste of it, everyone's had their moment to start a game, enter a game, finish a game, everyone's had a taste of up and in control, everyone's had a taste of performing under pressure in a goal-for-goal game, everyone's had a taste of being under the pump and chasing a score. So it's been really deliberate in the way that we've managed our group to make sure everyone's had those experiences, and I'd back in every player being really confident to do a job for us in finals, having had those lived experiences across the course of an entire pre-season and competition.
Yes, you've got a lot of premiership players in this side still, and then just players who played World Cup finals, big tournaments. You must feel like you're really confident in this side to go into this big finals campaign and really push for that premiership.
Yeah, definitely. There's 4 of us remaining from that premiership team, and so we have that experience. And like you said, there's others who have had experience in the international stage as well. So, and then I think today the win has given us fantastic momentum going into finals. So, very confident with where we're at, and just excited.
How for yourself as a leader do you look at attacking
No, don't change too much. Just, I guess, reiterating to the girls about enjoying it and soaking it up. And sometimes players don't ever get the opportunity to play in finals, so being able to enjoy the moments, but yeah, sticking to the process still.
It was spoken about in the pre-game around Beaver's need to continue to improve in the defence of that power 5. How do you feel like there were steps made forward today in that in preparation for finals?
Yeah, I think so. I think there were times where we were really switched on to what we had to do, and there were times where the perceived pressure was coming at us, but we kept our heads. And I think across the board, our consistency in that super shot period was much better than what it has been over the past couple of weeks. So, you know, we'll look at every part of our game and go, there's always room for improvement. Even if we're operating at 100% with something, we can be more efficient in ways. But I was really pleased with the super shot defence today in comparison to what we've been in other times across the course of the season.